Somebody help me. Please help me. I'm a Browns fan. The Rizzo Show starts now.
The Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park presents The Rizzo Show. And now your host, Tony Rizzo.
Oh, boy. Oh, Michael. Oh, one of those weeks, wasn't it?
Sure was.
Hi, everybody, and welcome to the Houston We've Got a Problem edition of The Rizzo Show. Joining me is my partner, resident comedian Mike Polk Jr. Michael, I had to watch today. Yeah. I know a lot of people didn't, but I did watch today, and it was an absolute joke. The Browns were a joke, folks.
I was there the whole time. I watched the entire game, too, and it really did feel like, it felt like you were working. It really felt like this is what we're supposed to be doing to enjoy ourselves. You know that, right, Tom?
Yeah, but we made a quarterback change. Folks, can I just say this right now? I have one question for Dee and Jimmy Haslam. How much longer do we have to watch this? 1-21. Haven't we found out that this wasn't a good idea? Jimmy, no one's going to hold it against you if you blow this whole thing up. Sooner the better. Michael, did Kevin Hogan give you a better chance to win today?
No, he didn't, Tone.
Kevin Hogan.
That was pretty miserable, wasn't it? It honestly, look at these throws.
High and wide?
Oh, my gosh. I mean, this guy is a professional football player. That's what I kept saying to myself. You think you could have thrown that ball more accurately?
High and wide?
Now, really, do you think you could throw more accurately than Kevin Hogan?
No, but I know a lot, of guys around the league that
I know,
can.
Like all three Mount Union quarterbacks probably could.
What a terrible kid. Threw for 140 yards, 3 interceptions.
It's almost like he's the fourth stringer on our team.
There was no spark. The offense looked horrible, and I still can't figure out. Oh, here we go. Here's a good idea. Just stand in the end zone.
He just kind of chilled out there, didn't he?
Holding the ball. I can't understand Hugh Jackson's offense, man. I just can't.
I don't think he can either.
You know, everybody's in the big debate right now. Who's more to blame, the front office or the coaches?
Yeah.
During the week, I think it's the front office. But then on Sundays, I think it's the coaches.
You bring up a good point, though. Is this fair for us? How do we establish where to put this blame, Tony? I mean, really, everybody, you hear, sell the team. You hear, change the ownership. Or you hear, change the management. You hear, change the coach. You hear, the players are terrible. I mean, there's a lot of blame to go around, but we don't even know where to start blaming people, right?
I think I can just blame everybody. Right. Honestly. Everybody is not doing their job.
But that's not a solution. You can't say everyone has to leave, bring in all new people, can you? Including an owner, including all players.
Do you want to be 1-42?
No, but
that's where we're going.
So what's the real solution? What can we do this week to become a better football team?
Well, nothing you can do this week, okay? If the Browns fire their coaches, folks, first of all, Q doesn't have an offensive coordinator. What happens is you fire the head coach and the coordinators take over. You want Greg Williams coaching this team?
Not so much.
His defense is getting shredded week in and week out. And what message would it send? I expect you to stick around for the rest of the year, but folks, at the end of the year, everybody's going bye-bye, and I have no problem with it. None.
Here's what they can do right now, I think. First of all, is it time for Hugh to say, I need an offensive coordinator? Or
he refuses.
I know, but just as reach out to the fans and say, look, I recognize there's a problem.
Anybody out there?
An offensive coordinator. That's a nice
good at
PR
Madden?
move.
Anybody really good at Madden?
Here's another one. Here's another one. Who are our scouts right now looking at college players? Because that's something you can hire in a stable of new talent to say, we're bringing in new people to evaluate talent, because obviously we haven't done a very good job.
Well, the Texans don't have any questions at quarterback, Michael. They have Deshaun Watson. Oh, he looked pretty good. Threw for a deuce and a quarter, 3 touchdowns.
Not bad.
Did throw a pick. He's a rookie, and but this is a guy the Browns passed on draft day. They traded down.
Yes.
And they let the Texans trade up and take this guy.
Right.
And then they had to watch him obliviate them on the football field. I mean, if it isn't bad enough at 1-21, it's how it's 1-21. These are guys we passed on.
Yeah, again and again. You're right. That's the most humiliating part. And, we have Peppers because we don't have Watson. Would you trade Peppers for Watson?
Yes, right now. I would trade Peppers.
Absolutely.
Yeah, folks, listen, the Browns regime was supposed to do one thing. They've been here 2.5 years. Find the quarterback. Where is he? Oh, that's right. The one's playing for the Eagles, they're 5-1. This one's playing for the Texans, he's 3-1.
Yeah.
Folks, it cannot continue the way it's going.
We got beat by 2 quarterbacks who we've passed over. We had a chance of taking over the last 2 weeks, and Josh McCown, 2 years, and Josh McCown, who was on the team last year. How terrible is that?
Michael, have you lost faith in head coach Hugh Jackson? I'm starting to.
I really am. I think, we all are desperately want to like this guy, don't we? Because he talks a good game, and he's
nice guy.
He is.
Genuine guy.
But that doesn't win you football games. offense, and I don't know. I don't have a great deal of faith in Hugh Jackson. Right
so
now.
a story came out that he texted Deshaun Watson on draft day and said, "Be ready." Now, he backtracked after the game. Coach did and said, "No, I didn't." Then, when reporters pressed him on it, he said, "Well, maybe I did, but I was only wishing him good luck." Listen, it's very clear Hugh Jackson wanted Deshaun Watson.
He did, and he got overruled, obviously, by this management team, by the
Front
number
office.
pushers. And yeah, so now we don't have him. And sorry, Hugh. Good luck out there with who are we going to parade out next week?
I'm not sure. Cody Kessler, anybody?
Yeah. Give him a spin. Come
Meanwhile,
on, Cody.
after the game, Watson addressed the situation about Coach texting him. Listen.
You know, me and Hugh kind of during the job process kind of communicated. They were a team that was big on me, brought me in, worked me out, you know, met with me, phone calls throughout the weeks, and you know, just kind of building a relationship, building a friendship. I didn't know where I was going to go, but at the end of the day, you know, God put me here with Houston, and Hugh texted me that morning and just said, "Be ready."
All right, now it's getting ugly. Not only do we not have them, not only did we pass on him, but it appears that the coach wanted him.
It not only seems like that, but apparently God is against us too, because God put him on Houston rather than our team, according to Deshaun. So that's one more person against us.
Well, maybe Art Modell from hell is calling the shots, and we don't know about it. Michael, are the Browns fixable? Do you see us winning a game?
Yeah, I think we'll get one of those games.
When?
Here's when.
Where?
At the end of the season, when other teams are resting players because they're worried about injuring people in the playoffs. We'll get one of those gimme games at the end, unfortunately.
You know what? If you want to have your parade this year, go ahead and have it.
Really?
I won't be there, but I'm not going to stop it. I'm not going to block it. And if you want to do it, I think the Browns deserve it.
Very kind.
Mike, if you're Jimmy Haslam, you've got Hugh Jackson, Sashi Brown, Paul D. Podesta. Which one do you send packing?
Well, I don't think there's any point to doing it right now, do you?
No,
I mean,
not right now. But
yeah, but eventually.
Nice picture there, Kate.
Yeah,
what is that thing?
It's an old-timey suitcase.
Oh, those are their bags.
Yeah, like because they're going to leave. You get it, Tone.
Look, this isn't a personal shot at any of these people. I'm a Browns fan, and I wanted this thing to work. Mike, at 121, it's not working. I love how people are still asking, well, what are we going to do? We're going to blow this up. They're 1-21. And what more do you need to see?
And 1-21's awful, but it's the way they're losing, too. They've shown no progress. Show us progress. If every one of these was a close game, we're just getting edged out, and you can see growth from the offense.
Growth?
From the defense,
they're getting worse.
Anything. They're getting worse. How are we regressing? How do they look at us as fans and say, hey, we're getting there? No, we're not.
Even the national media, even a former Bengal is feeling sorry for us. Listen to quarterback Boomer Esiason and what he said at halftime during the game. I'll tell you what he said. He goes, Browns fans, I feel bad for you.
Yeah.
A guy that played against us in a rivalry city said, I feel bad for Browns fans.
Right, and it did. That one stung a little bit, even when I felt it, because it was like, oh, little fella's so sorry. And it felt a little bit, patronizing. But it was a nice gesture, and I could tell he meant it.
He's a modern-day Bob Trumpy, by the way. I've never been a Boomer fan myself, if you're old enough like me, you know. Anyway, to the recap, Michael, the debacle. Here is the Rizzy recap. I think the Browns are getting worse. I do. Would you agree with that?
I do. Yes, absolutely.
Okay.
And they're losing confidence.
Okay. Are the players quitting? Because that's when you really got to start thinking about making a change during the season.
Right.
Now, they came back and scored a couple of touchdowns in garbage time.
Total garbage
But I
time.
saw guys today looking around like, what the heck's going on around here?
And you're right. That should be a big concern. I mean, if you lose those, and if they even quit, would we know? That's the question right now. Really, how will we know when they've given up? Because when they're trying really hard, it still looks like they're giving up.
And then finally, how much longer, Mr. Haslam, Mrs. Haslam? How much longer do we have to? Right now, here's what I do: I go find Peyton Manning, write him a check for $20 million, and I tell him, you've got 7, 8, 9 weeks to get my football operation going, and I want it hitting the ground January 1st.
I love it.Use some of the money that we're not spending to stay under the salary cap for some reason.
He just made a bunch of money selling the business to the Warren Buffett.
Throw it all in. All the Michael Simon you can eat. Just please come here and save us, Peyton.
Right. The Browns kick off next week at 2 weeks from today, 9:30 in London. They have to play at home.
Yeah.
Next week.
Right, I know. I'll be there.
At the Titans, right?
Yeah, I know.
Okay.
It's going to be brutal.
Speaking of that, we've got something very special coming up.
Tony Rizzo, it's Mayor Frank Jackson. I have an important message coming up for all of your Cleveland viewers. Please stay tuned.
Hey now, welcome back everybody to the Rizzo Show. Well, get ready. A couple of weeks, Browns are going to London. I don't know who's coming back from that trip, but they're going to play the Vikings. And Michael, do you think you'll hang out in London for a while? Are you going?
I'm not sure. I haven't decided yet, but I do know this. The mayor's a little bit concerned, the mayor of Cleveland, Frank Jackson, and he has this to share with you good people. The following is a message from Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson.
Good evening, ladies and gentlemen. It's me, Eternal Mayor of Cleveland, Frank Jackson. Well, it's hard to believe that the autumn is already upon us here in Cleveland, but it's true. The weather is so crisp outside, and the leaves are changing into different multicolored hues. God really does have quite a paintbrush, doesn't he? I love this time of year. It's also election season. Not that any of you will actually go out and vote. I believe we had like 75 people vote in the last Cleveland mayoral election, and that includes me voting for myself 15 times. But it doesn't matter. Nothing matters. I also love this time of year because it's the Halloween season, the spookiest time of year. I've already got my costume already. I'm going as a mayor who's a cat this year. Wow. I'm just having fun with you. It was me the whole time. The only bad thing about the autumn is that it's also football season, which means we have to watch the terrible Cleveland Browns, who are even more terrible than they usually are this year. And I regret to inform everyone that we have apparently now passed the point of being embarrassing, and now the Cleveland Browns are dangerous to this region. I just received this letter from the British government because apparently the Browns are scheduled to play a game over there pretty soon, and the English people are not happy about it. Just listen. Dear Mayor of Cleveland,
I am writing to strongly protest your decision to dispatch the Cleveland Browns to our country. Exposing your atrocious football organization to the innocent British people is unacceptable. Be forewarned, if Cleveland sends its abysmal franchise here, it will be interpreted as no less than a declaration of war, and we will have no choice but to retaliate upon your city. Sincerely, Alistair Pembroke Higginbottom,
Ministry of Defense. So that's not good. Just to be safe, in case we do find ourselves under attack, I have made the following preparations to prepare the city of Cleveland to go to war with England. I weaponized the Good Time 3. I have deputized all of Bone, Thugs and Harmony, and I had ODOT swap out all of the signs that say "Welcome to Cleveland" with signs that say "Welcome to Toledo" instead. That way, if the British Army does come here, hopefully they'll think that Cleveland is Toledo and Toledo is Cleveland. And then they'll bomb Toledo instead, which will be fine. So anyways, I just wanted to let you all know that it appears we are very much on the brink of war with one of our greatest allies because our football team is so unspeakably. But more importantly, please remember to forget to vote in the upcoming election because traditionally, low voter turnout helps the incumbent. That's me. Thanks everybody, and have a nice autumn.
This has been a message from Cleveland Mayor Frank Jackson.
Believe it or not, I forgot Higginbottom was a defense secretary there
forgot
for a while.
too. Yeah.
And, Michael, all kidding aside, they have a Browns backers group in London, England.
What is wrong with those people?
And they are going to be there for this game. I pray the Browns have won a game by then.
Yeah, well, they've got 1 week, so we'll see. I don't know. I don't see it happening, but England is getting our worst football, aren't they? I mean, really, it's not a very good representation.
You were always better at math than me. Folks, before we head to break, we have some exciting news we're going to share with you. How about this? We are taking our show on the road. We are taking our talents to the Roxino. We are going to do a live taping. Yes, come join us at Roxino. It's Monday, October 30th. Be there by 5:30. We will have special guests, giveaway, all kinds of great stuff. Mike and I live with a studio audience taping on the 30th of October. We would love to have you there.
Come down, get lucky, hang out with us. If you've always wanted to take a swing at one of us, this might be a good opportunity. So yeah, come and hang out with us at the Roxy.
Yeah, I think the interaction with the audience is going to be a lot of fun.
Yeah,
and
I think so
that
too.
show is actually going to air, what, the following Sunday, right?
Yes,
yeah.
we're going to be doing trivia and giving away some prizes and stuff, so it should be fun. Come down and join us.
We hope to see you October 30th. I can't wait for the trivia. All right, coming up, thank goodness for the wine and gold. Folks, it's a showdown Tuesday, but is LeBron going to play? I have the very latest. Stay with us. We got to get our pumpkins out here.
You do. It looks like hell back here.
I wouldn't go that far. Welcome back to the Rizzo Show. Your Cleveland Cavaliers tip off the regular season Do you understand the NBA Finals are next summer? Let me repeat this again, folks. The NBA Finals are next June.
Yeah.
Okay, we're tipping off the season.
Yeah, they really do stretch it out. Yeah.
Of course, there's been a lot of noise surrounding the Cavaliers all off season. Just lately, J.R. Smith came out and said he's frustrated over losing his job. Richard Jefferson, Kay Felder traded. Listen, LeBron worked out today for about 20 minutes.
Right.
The equivalent of 1 quarter of practice. Head coach Tyronn Lue said earlier this afternoon he doesn't know yet if LeBron can play on Tuesday. Michael, what's your best guess? You don't want him to
I don't want him to. We
Why?
discussed this. I want to diffuse the situation, take the power away from the NBA, all the hullabaloo over the whole thing. Sit LeBron the first game. Don't make it a story. Take it away from Kyrie, because I think that is the best screw you to him right there, is to not give them that soap opera.
I liked your other screw you to Kyrie, and you said when he's introduced,
yeah, I think we should all
don't
be kind to
boo.
him. I think we should be kind to him.
Why?
We won't.
Why?
Because again, he feeds off of those boos, and he will find a way to that'll feed him. Make him know that. Oh, all right, you're gone. That's all right. Thanks for the help.
My friends are gonna.
Of course, everybody's gonna boo. But I'm telling you what we should do, not what will happen.
All right, here's our prediction for the night. That we were asked how many points we thought each player would score.
Assuming LeBron plays.
I think Kyrie will score more. He has to on his team. And I'm assuming if LeBron plays, he'll at least have 30. But Kyrie outscoring LeBron, who cares? There's your total. You were the same way.
I agree the same way. And I think LeBron's going to be distributing a lot because he's going to be excited to have all these new toys and weapons. And he'll be a little off, and he'll probably. But if he plays, I think that'll about be where it's at.
Will they boo Kyrie? Will people cheer for him?
People are going to boo. Of course they will.
Any
Some
cheers?
people will cheer. Yeah, some people will cheer. But it's going to be a mixed message. But there's going to be a lot of booing. It's just in our nature. It's Cleveland, baby. That's the truth.
My friends are booing. I know that. All right, coming up, our final thoughts on one heck of an Indian season that ended oh so ugly.
Heartbreaking.
Stay with us.
Here's what's up at the Rocksino. It's a graveyard smash during our $250,000 trick-or-treat giveaway. Every Saturday in October, Rockstar Rewards members get Mally's chocolate bars for free between 10 a.m. and 8 p.m. Choose your favorite Mally's candy bar, unwrap and reveal a golden ticket, and win up to $25,000 in cash, free play, gifts, and food credits. With over $60,000 in prizes each week, winning never tasted so sweet. Cruise down the Atlanta Highway with the B-52s in Hard Rock Live this Thursday night, October 19th. While you're there, pick up tickets for Lindsey Buckingham and Christine McVie when they take the Hard Rock stage on Friday, November 3rd. Tickets on sale at the Rocksino box office and Ticketmaster.com. Find your rhythm at the Hard Rock Rocksino Northfield Park. Vegas Experience, Ohio address.
Hey, don't forget our good friends Big Chuck, Little John coming up next. Don't go anywhere. Well, I waited until actually, folks, I want to thank all the Major League Baseball television networks that I can't find, because I haven't been able to watch any baseball since the Indians won. Let me just say this. It was a fantastic year, but I said it during the 22-game win streak, folks, and I know a lot of you don't want to hear it. Not going to mean anything if you don't win at all. It was World Series or bust, and the Indians busted. I can't believe I'm going to say this. I don't think Tito had the best of the series. I think we admit that. I was stunned that Corey Kluber pitched poorly 2 times in a row, but let's give it up for the Tribe. It was a great summer. They're young. They'll be back next year. Don't worry about anything. They'll be improved.
I agree. Fun run. Unfortunately, ended on a bad note, but it's not the end of the world. They're going to be fun to watch again next year, obviously, but then we're going to find ourselves in another one of those 5-game series, and we're going to be saying, oh, please, it's going to be nerve-wracking.
Do you want Carlos Santana back? Big decision on him. Indians have the option.
I want them to spend as much money as they possibly can. I'll take him if they'll pay for him.
Do you want Carlos Santana?
I do. I want both him and Jay Bruce
I think we can upgrade at first base, and I love Carlos.
That.
There's a lot of good free agent first basemen. All right, how about Jay Bruce? I do want Jay Bruce back.
I want both those guys back. And to be clear, if you can get me a better first baseman and somebody's willing to cough up for him, great. But Carlos likes being here, and same with Jay Bruce, who was great in the dugout, too. I think he filled in that Napoli role, too, as far as everybody's talking about how positive he was in there, and he delivered for us.
Yeah, and you're going to need a power hitter. Jay Bruce can go yard. I like that. I think he would stay here, offered the right contract. All right. Folks, you have to come join us at Rocksino Monday, October 30th. You can be part of the Rizzo Show. We're going to have an audience in Rocksino. We want you to be there. 30th, it's a Monday. We'll be there at 5:30. We'll have special guests, giveaway, and all kind of cool things to do. A chance for you to be with Michael and I. The show is actually going to air on Sunday following the Monday.
Be a part of local television history, people.
Do you have something you're doing there?
Oh, yeah, and I got a fundraiser this Friday there, I believe. It's for Pink Oktoberfest for breast cancer, I believe.
Oh, that's
yeah,
nice.
So
well, I'll be opening the
that
car wash and gas station on Wednesday.
I'll be there with you.
You will be there with me.
I will.
We've got a new gas station and car wash going in at Roxino. Looking forward to being the master of ceremonies.
Loosest slots in town, people. Best car wash now, too.
Loosest slots. Come on now, they're VLTs, Michael.
Absolutely.
Video lottery terminals, right?
Yeah.
Thanks for joining us, everybody. Jimmy, please help us. Good to be alive. Good night. Thank you.
Good night, folks.